There'll be girls across the nation that'll eat this up. Babe, I know that it's your soul, but could you bottle it up? Get down to the heart of it. No, it's my heart. You're shit out of your luck. Don't make me tell you again. Woo! Love, love, love. Hey. Love, 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 love. I'm doing it, love. Love, love, love.
You were poor. Yeah, you were poor. You were poor.
Love. Uncontrollable. Anime. Suicide. Sorry about that. Death. Breath. Hopeless. Pawpaw. So she jumps over that. Twirl. Adventure. Despite. I'm just picking random ones now. Journey, headphones, lollipop, Vivid, socks, hurt, boom. Now, I'm sorry if it lags some. That's not my fault. That's the recorder. Haggard Pine. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Mom. I hope this isn't too overwhelming or committed for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature, you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. I mean, last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in her club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga or manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki floats back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Pine always gives it his best as long as he is having fun. That's not true, by the way. Don't listen to her. Like cooking, cleaning my room, how dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Pine can't become good friends too? Okay, so there's something messed up there. We say can, but you should put can't instead of can because that's what fucked me up there. As usual, Sayori seems obviously too weird to do. Okay, literally, listen. I have the worst grammar ever, so don't be pissed at me. Oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, even brought you something today, you know? Well, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Excuse me. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I will like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Dude, well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off a scheduled activity for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried up in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Give me a second. So there is a bug here because I've kind of played this game. What if I do this? It don't fix anything. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in her closet. Okay. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related? I guess I could always read some of the book Gary gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intelligible, but it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. And what's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliver it like this. That's a good thing. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Ah, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes beat my creative tummy. Cupcakes is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I found myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. That's too close. That is way too close. Why are you that close to me, woman? Back. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for falling asleep like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know? You will need to get used to it. Don't say that out so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days of this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glanced around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair. It's sticking all out around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about that because they don't want to embarrass you. Unfortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you will thank me later. I start to button her blazer up from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you would change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You will make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it up, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Yeah, I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay, Pine, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to receive her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My reaction ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I could really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from the spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from here. I said. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. We gotta read their poems, don't we? Look at all these people we can choose from now. Who should I go with? You know what? I think we know her the best. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. I guess that's true. I don't know, is she or is she not? Oh my goodness, this is so good, Vine. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructed than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a pine poem. It's a pine poem, okay? Definitely, it's a P-I-N-E poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feeling in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just what you wrote formed. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's just like I said before, Pam. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only a really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay, now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Yeah, we'll see about that. She's bad at it. I see. Dear Sunshine, the way you go through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above the sky. It's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's poem. Sorry, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nicer. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially than the last. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me it. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Yes. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. But I think have I already recorded for 16 minutes? Are you serious? Damn, this game's long as fuck. I'm not used to games being long as fuck. Hi, Pam. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. I want to share your home with me. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Tom. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other. Well, being. Even if you show it in a different way, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have a worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'm always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle produces. A noisy neighbor and an angry boyfriend. I will never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's not too late, my retentions. I already sorted with permanent copy of the meaningless image. A meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too broad. It wasn't too deep, stretching forever into everything. A whole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform. Is this what you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for free feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poems have been putting enthusiasm on the timming between words and lines. When formed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I think it's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard and to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you will just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. No problem. We'll go with Yuri. I'm sorry you're used to seeing her. Like, she looks like she's the tallest. I'm not gonna lie. Shit. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hand. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to the people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. Well, what were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberated. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and expressions are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Just not finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you value feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I should be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share our thoughts and process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Fuck! I can't read this. It's literally in cursive. I'm gonna let y'all read this. I'm gonna leave it up here for a couple minutes or a couple seconds so y'all can read this. I'm just saying, I can't read cursive at all. I've never been able to read cursive my entire lifetime. Never gonna be able to. Cursive is fucking hard to fucking read. It's the hardest shit to read. I think I read that. Ghosts under the light. That's the only thing I can read. The tint of my... Nope. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? It wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to guess. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Pine. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did. Only glance over it after all. But I remember that the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being similarly compared to a ghost. Littering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's not a lot Solomon putting into her. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. It's Natsuki. Let's give her a chance. What's about what I expected from someone like you? That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke my emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my handwriting seriously. Well, isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valued. Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everybody around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what I mean to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't really expect that from the youngest one in here, did you? Yes, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. But that's where we're going to end this. We're really going to save that right there. But don't look at these. I've already tried recording this like several times today, and it literally just glitches out every time I record it. I don't know why. So yeah, I have a bunch of saves, but I'm going to have to stop there because we're about to hit the 30-minute mark. And I don't want to do that because that's going to be a long-ass video to edit. So if you enjoyed this, click the like button, subscribe. Follow me on all social medias in the description below. And make sure you turn on that bell so you get notified whenever I upload. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.